Hey there, Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, Cancer Rising. Welcome to your full moon video for the full moon in Virgo happening on March 7th or 8th, depending on where you are in the world. It is an interesting full moon. There's a lot going on. We have, at the time of the full moon, we have Saturn moving into Pisces, which trines your sign. And so this is definitely that energy of working to create structure around your dreams and your goals. This full moon is actually was seeded. Every full moon is seeded by a new moon, and the new moon that seeded this one was on September 7th of 2021. So think back over the past year and a half or so. What have you been focusing on as far as what your goal is around things that are earthy? Very earth oriented. So your physical health and well-being, your work-life balance, finances, career, restructuring of these things, because at the time of that new moon, it was in trine with Uranus and Taurus, and the full moon is still in trine with Uranus and Taurus. At the time of the new moon, it was having a conversation with Pluto about how to deconstruct to reconstruct, and it's still having that conversation. And so this is more of completing a aspect. It's a time to look at where you are in the journey and where do you head to next. So what is next? It's the leveling up opportunity for you. Speaking of Saturn, wow. Okay, so you were working with Saturn already. So Saturn at the time of that new moon was in Aquarius, and we have this card of Saturn in Aquarius, but it's so funny because usually people consider this the Capricorn card, but when I'm seeing all of this lightning and Saturn, and it's called mischief. So, where have you been learning to release and let go of situations and circumstances that that left you feeling less than? So, less than financially, less than just in general. It's very interesting. And so I actually want to go to the book. Hold on, I'm going to have to pause to go grab the book. Okay, so I really love this. I do want to apologize. I don't have internet today, so I'm recording without the internet, so it's a little glitchy, but hang in there with me. Okay, so these storms just keep trailing through here. So the number 15 here, this card of mischief, says the chaos which is born the chaos from which order is born. And so it's about learning discernment. So deciding in the middle of the chaos that you've been going through where to connect in. I really like this. Okay, so don't become a slave to others' ideas of what is right and what is wrong. You can always remain flexible and adaptable to change. Sometimes life has an ironic way of unfolding, and if we lose our sense of humor, we may become discouraged by life's challenges. It's valuable to nurture the ability to discern between what really matters and what is not to be taken too seriously. And then in the area of what you've learned, you have the spiral dancer, which means you are doing this work. You are able to look at situations, whether it is around your health, around your finance, around the way you organize your life, and you are starting to spiral up. You are starting to see it from a bigger perspective, a higher perspective. You can see how one thing impacts another, how you can manage this, and how you can bring this energy around. And it being across the zodiac from you, this devil energy, right, of Capricorn, that's what balances you out. And so it gives you a chance to start moving forward. And then you have to continue. They're asking you to, encouraging you to continue the journey because you have the balancing act and slow and steady. Now, on this balancing act card, it's kind of hard to tell, but this lady in white here is standing on a cliff, and she's holding a string. And on this string, there is a ship, and the ship is on like this big, kind of like a hula hoop kind of thing, and she is keeping it balanced and pulling it in, but that ship is dropping all this little hearts and love and everything. And so this is about true self-empowerment. Okay, this is truly finding the balance that is about self-care. Self-care and nurturing isn't just your physical body. This isn't just taking a nice saltwater bath, which I totally love doing. It isn't about just going for a walk. It's about taking care of all of the things that make you feel safe and secure and comfortable. That includes things like what you eat, yes, and your physical activity, and getting a manicure if you want one or whatever, but it also includes your financial situation. And so with this, you have the slow and steady, you have the snail. Okay, and so the snail, which actually shows up in the Rider-Waite deck on the Nine of Pentacles, the card of independence. It is about slow and steady progress. It's also about using, it's very grounded, right? And it's about using, it's kind of like a Knight of Pentacles. It's about using the environment that you're in, what you already have, the resources, thank you, the resources that you already have, and putting together in a new way. So the snail, it works with the dirt, right? And it helps to create a fertile ground in order for things to grow. And so it is a balancing act. These are both Virgo cards. This balancing act, I mean, it's kind of a Libra card, but when we're talking about work-life balance and slow and steady makes progress. So whatever you have been working on for the past year and a half, whether it is a career idea or your health or, just getting your life together, they're saying you're spiraling up, you are making progress, and to keep at it. Okay, keep at it. This is the year where our intentions, when our actions are in alignment with our intentions, we can get there, right? And so the Chariot, which represents your sign, is also a card of balance and willpower. And it is like putting it all together. And this is a year where what you put in is what you get out. And they're saying you're going to get there. Slow and steady tells me you're not getting there overnight. And it may feel like a little frustrating at times having the snail's pace. But look, you have healing is still needed and to seek balance. Well, they are not messing around here. Okay, with the balancing cards and the balancing act. And so healing is needed. This could be healing around an emotional, so finances, health-related issues. Oftentimes it connects in with our heart space. A feeling, it almost feels like the healing around feeling worthy. Do you feel worthy of all the good stuff? Are you valuing yourself? Are you taking care of yourself? And with Pisces, Saturn and Pisces, this energy wants you to help build a structure that works for you. And Saturn is about boundaries. And Saturn is about playing by the rules. And so you can't go from a severe financial situation into being abundantly wealthy. It takes new practices on how you handle your money. If you can't go from being really sick to being really healthy without taking the necessary steps in recuperation along the way. So whatever it is that you've been trying to heal, there needs to be a structure, and you need to show up for yourself on the daily. That is totally the energy of this year, is that we've got to show up for ourselves. We have to put ourselves first in a lot of ways and do what we need to do. And this balance is about, it's not just, it can't be all about you. But Cancer, that's not generally your problem. So usually your problem is you make it about everyone else. And this time, you're being asked to reach across the zodiac and balance yourself out, and also be willing to do what you need to do for yourself. And it's going to confuse people. It is. Don't let that dissuade you from doing what you know you need to do for yourself. So, the card of self-reliance, fly solo. Don't be afraid to fly solo. Don't be afraid to put yourself first. Don't be afraid to do what you need to do. Whatever you've been working on. So for me, I'm a Cancer sun, and I also have Venus and Mercury and the North Node in Cancer, okay? So a year and a half ago, I started on a new aspect of this business here on YouTube. And I've been doing some evaluation. I feel like that's important. And I had to decide what makes my life balanced, because the thing that I need to be healing is my health. And so it is work-life balance, the balancing act, right? So it's not necessarily in the same area. I got really, really sick, and I have had to make some adjustments because of that. And so this is about doing what is best for you, okay? Like I feel like I can have it all, but again, slow and steady and in balance. And the same is going to be true for you in whatever you're trying to do. I feel like you're trying to do something on one hand and you throw yourself all the way into it and something gets pushed to the wayside. A lot of times it's you're really all over taking care of the family and you forget about your health. Or you're really all about making money and you forget to have fun or whatever. So you're going to have to figure out how you can bring that all into balance. You have here Unikite. We're talking about balance, right? Seek balance, balancing act, and my emotions are in balance, it says. I react to others in an objective and loving way. This could also be about relationships that are healing. And not being triggered so much by certain things. So, understand the underlying causes of challenges in relationships. Balance the mind and emotion, good connection with supportive family and friends. All that is true, but self-reliance is also true, right? So balancing your needs and theirs, balancing whatever it is that you're trying to manifest with maintaining a nice, healthy mind, body, and spirit for yourself. That's your job. That's what we came here to do. But this year, you're so supported. Cancer has the most support, I believe, this year. Cancer and Capricorn, that axis has so much support. And then water signs in general. So you're going to, I want to encourage you to not lose hope and understand it's going to take, balancing is, you're never in balance. You're always balancing, right? It's always the subtle movements to keep everything in balance. So slow and steady wins the race. All right, you guys, you take really good care. I am generally on Facebook every day. The electricity has been a problem. And I do want to encourage you to hit the thumbs up and to like, share, subscribe, not just to my channel, but any of the channels that you like. YouTube is trying to make us all go to shorts or do like 1.5-hour videos. And if that is not the kind of videos that you like to watch, you have to let YouTube know by being engaged in the kinds of videos you do like. And so I appreciate it, but it's also really important just to keep this platform something that you enjoy. All right, you guys take good care, and I'll talk to you soon.